Annette Pasternak, the Stop Skin Picking Coach, and today I'm going to give you some tips to stop picking at your feet. So, the number one thing to start with when you're picking your feet is to keep them covered, okay? I know you don't like this probably, like you like having them out probably. That's a typical pattern I see with people who like to pick their feet, like they just don't like having anything on them. But this is really necessary to restrict your access. So first of all, wear socks and even shoes in your house will help you with this. Now, of course, you can't wear them nonstop. So when you do change, do it in the dark, okay? So you're not having access. Now, another thing that's really important because, you know, a lot of times you're picking at that dry skin, right? So getting your feet really well moisturized, making this a habit is key. So I recommend this bag balm. So this bag balm is an amazing moisturizer. It's like super duper. And one of the ingredients is lanolin. I'm not sure that's why it doesn't have the most pleasant smell, but that actually can work in your favor too. So make sure to put this on your feet and then put your socks right back on. Do this in dim lighting so you're not tempted to pick before you even get the lotion, or it's like not really lotion, it's kind of a heavy cream on your feet. And then because of the smell of it, that's not going to be appealing to you. So a lot of people who pick at their feet also like to smell or even chew or eat the skin that comes off. And so part of that is like you're going for a certain smell or a certain taste possibly, and it's just gonna taste all wrong. And that's good because then you're not constantly giving your brain the feedback that like, oh, I love to do this so much, this is so good. This is kind of like an addiction, you know, skin picking in general. It's like a behavioral addiction. So you can think of it as analogous to a drug addiction where you absolutely can't really get rid of the drug, right? So we just do our best by, you know, keeping it as much off limits from us, keeping the feet as much away from our hands as possible. And also by just, you know, making it less appealing. And, you know, with repetition, this will get better and better. You'll get better at it, at not doing it. And you get better at these habits, like, because at first you're not going to always remember to always change, you know, in the dark or always wear socks or shoes on your feet. But you'll get better and better at it, and you'll see the results. And once your feet start to heal more, there'll be less tempting you to pick also. So it's just like a really good upward spiral instead of a vicious downward spiral. So these tips should help a lot, but if you find yourself unintentionally like taking off your socks without realizing it, or intentionally ripping off your socks to pick because it's just so uncomfortable, the urge is so strong, then you may need more than these tips. So you may need ways to reduce the urge that you have and to decrease your anxiety. So one example of this I have in the Freedom Kit on my website. So if you go to stopskinpickingcoach.com/free-gift, and this is a free gift that teaches you a really good way to reduce those urges in the moment. And that can be so helpful as well. Number 2, you may need to recognize and address unhelpful thoughts that you're having. So automatic thoughts that are getting you to go for the picking. And you may need to develop some positive and helpful self-talk, really directed self-talk. And you might also need support because this is hard. This is not an easy thing to do. There can be even more involved in it. And so, you know, I recommend frequently bfrb.org. You can find a list of treatment providers, mental health therapists that can help you with this. I also myself offer coaching to help people stop picking, and you can find that on my website, stopskinpickingcoach.com. All right, what do you think of these tips? Is there anything you want to share about what you're doing, and if these tips might be helpful for you? And if you have any other tips to share with people, please write them here. It can be so helpful for people to find and see others talking about this in the comments. So this completes actually the body parts video series. So if you pick at other parts of your body too, I've got a whole YouTube video series on this playlist, and I'll link that below as well. All right, take care.